Okay, I'm Vincent Leblanc, and we are at the top of the Brevent jump, which is a very nice spot for flying and just to be there. Just look around. It's magic.
The Brevent is an amazing place. You can take a cable car from almost the center of town and be at a wingsuit jump of 1,500 meters with amazing terrain. The accessibility is very unique. And so this also offers a lot of different challenges that we in the community would like to share to sort of help people who are interested in flying at the Brevent to do this in a more informed and safe way.
So Brevent, yes, they opened it 2 years ago. When we saw the first people flying here, it was quite impressive. It was the beginning of low cliff jumping.
People have been looking at it for years, but nobody ever thought you could jump it in a wingsuit. And, I mean, it built almost like a mystique about it.
Like really fast, we saw some really mad jump proximity flying here in Chamonix. It was really new in Chamonix. Everybody knows wingsuit and base jumping. It's not so far in Chamonix. With a lot of people are jumping in Maglan, but really in the valley, it was the beginning, really close to the people. People were really impressed of that.
To me, it changed the sport of wingsuiting. It changed what in my opinion, is a wingsuit base jumping.
So Brevent has to be one of the most easily accessible, awesome wingsuit base jumps in the entire world. Unfortunately, Brevent begins with a short and technical start.
The key to this jump is the low start. So if you're not able to start within 3 seconds or 100 meters approximately, then forget about the jump, because the jump is 140 meters. It means if you start at 120, you're going to be 20 meters above the ground, and you're going to be so focused on the ground that you're going to completely forget about the paragliders, about the trees, about the city down here, and that's going to lead to a narrow mind, and that's not good. In the Brevent, you need to have an open mind, to have brain available.
You're exiting at a rather low cliff and then going almost immediately into a dive position. And for me, and a lot of people that come and jump here, this is sort of a new skill that needs to be developed and respected.
When approaching a jump like Brevent, you should really be practicing in the sky out of an airplane extensively. The best things to be doing are flying in extremely steep angles of attack. And I'm talking like really steep. Getting out of the plane and trying to fly 3 minutes in your suit is just not going to help you at Brevent. Getting out of the plane and turning that 3-minute skydive into a 60-second skydive, that's what's going to teach you. Not just working on staying that steep, but operating at all banks, at all angles, and playing with really carving out your turns at those angles of attack. If you're looking at this season going to Brevent, be thinking right now about how safe and how secure you feel you can control your suit at extremely high speeds and at extremely steep angles of attack.
You must never fly 100%. Whatever you do, you should be able to do it like at 80 or 70. If it's not the case, do not jump. Go and train again. Training is the key of this jump. We trained for so long before opening that jump. It's not because we have done it that anyone can do it. We're not the best, we have just trained a lot.
You know, there's been a lot of focus on this jump, but it's just one of many technical short starts out there. The fact that there's a tram going to the top of it is sort of put it in the spotlight, and that's why we're here today talking about it, because it's important to realize that this is really not a jump for everyone. It's truth be told, probably only suitable for less than 10% of active wingsuit base jumpers out there today.
You come off and it's got that spicy short start and you've got a lot of stuff in your face, but once you get going, you wrap around that corner and it's just a dream world of lines like everywhere. It takes not just proficiency, but also responsibility to know what you can do in your suit. And once you, again, gradually progress your way into each line, getting lower and lower, or just taking it from a different angle, connecting one line to the other is just, there's no place like it.
What makes it a very special jump is because it has at least 4 to 5 main lines. There are different ways to fly them. For some of them, you need to glide, then dive. You must keep in mind that you need to have always energy and high speed, even when gliding, to get in a line. You need to lift after them, so always keep high speed, always.
If you do have a bad start, you better forget any flight that you thought you were going to have. No matter what line you've been working on, no matter what tree you wanted to go fly next to, whatever bush, whatever rock, it just doesn't matter at that point. If you have a bad start, just get out, get away from the terrain, head to the LZ, open eye, and come back again. It's not worth losing your life over.
If you don't respect the rules and yourself, you can die. Dying is a reality in base jump. And if you do it right, it's okay. But if you do it wrong, you're not just gonna injure yourself, you're gonna die. Please think about it, accept it. As soon as you've accepted that you can die, then you're gonna do less bullshit.
One of the things that should definitely be respected is a tailwind on exit.
Sinking air is always bad. A tailwind at your back is your enemy on a short start.
You really need to think of this place as a dynamic environment, not a static one, and flying these lines need to follow the proper conditions.
Lots of people are flying close to the ground. And here in the afternoon you can have a lot of wind. It's coming from from the west side, and you've got a lot of turbulence into the couloirs. And also, if you've got big thermals, you can have big descendants. So if you fly close to the ground, it can be really, really dangerous.
Then you can have burbles, you can have a downdraft, you can have many things. We're not birds. We're not able to deal with air turbulence as well as birds. So just keep in mind that we're just humans and we need to fly in still and cool air. So in the afternoon, fly a little higher.
I personally highly recommend against jumping in the afternoon. That's just my opinion. If you're gonna jump there in the afternoon, you better have a bomber start and you better get going, because 9 times out of 10, or most of the times I go up there's a tailwind. And on a sub 500 foot rock drop and an exit like Brevent, you have a bad exit and it's a bad day.
It's same when we've got south wind. In the valley it can be a big wind coming down the glacier, coming down the valley, and sometimes we don't feel it at the exit, we don't feel it on the ground, but there's like a layer in the middle between 300 and 800 meters over the ground. It can be like 40 kilometers an hour of wind, and for sure you feel it in the couloirs, but at the exit you don't feel anything.
The best times to jump are always in the early morning, and just saying, I'm going to wake up late and fly it in the afternoon is it's unacceptable in a place like Brevent.
We're in Chamonix. This is mountain paradise. There are so many different things to do. If you don't feel the jump, it's so easy to get down. There's amazing bars, there's hot girls, there's mountain biking, there's speed flying, there's paragliding. There's everything that you could enjoy in the mountains is here. Don't limit yourself to jumping in bad conditions. It's not worth it, and you're missing out.
If you don't know, as a base jumper, if you don't know really about the wind condition, it's good to check with the paragliders, because they're always here and they know about this kind of weather.
You will always find people to get information about the jump, about the wind, about thermal conditions, about everything. So you will always find paragliders or base jumpers. Don't hesitate to ask. We're glad to release information.
Really important to not jump next to the gondola, the first gondola going up to Plan Prat before taking the cable car to Brevent. First, because lots of people are afraid of wingsuit pilots flying so low, and also there's a lot of paragliders, they fly next to this place, so it's too much, and sometimes when you do like proximity, you don't see what's coming after, and it can be paragliders.
A very good thing, if you hesitate, if you're not sure of yourself, it's 2 minutes hike. So it's good to go up, but it's as well good to go down. If the wind is not good, if you don't feel like it, just do not hesitate. Go and take a hot cup of coffee, go down. It will be here tomorrow, and it will take as well 2 minutes. So don't think about the tickets you buy. Hospital costs much more. Chamonix, it's a small town, and we are a community of flying people, paragliders, base jumpers, speed riders. Respect the community. Think about others. Don't do bullshit for you. Just don't be egoist and just don't think about yourself. Think about the community and all flying people, and about the hard work we did to reopen this jump. Because this jump has been closed for a year, a whole year, and We came to get meetings with Chamonix mayors and with authorities around here, and it took us hard work to get it reopened again. So please respect the rules, respect yourself.